When you're living aboard by yourself, the boat has to work with you, not against you. Size, systems, and handling matter a lot more when there's no extra set of hands on board. The trawlers on this list hit that sweet spot where you get real comfort and livability without stepping into something that's overwhelming to run solo. These are boats that cruise efficiently, are easy to manage day to day, and have layouts that actually make sense for one person living aboard full-time. If you're looking for a trawler that feels more like a home and less like a full-time job, these 5 stand out for solo liveaboard life. The Nordhavn 40 is often considered one of the best true passage-making trawlers ever built in a size that still makes sense for a solo owner. What makes it stand out immediately is how purpose-driven the design is. Nothing on this boat feels accidental or purely cosmetic. The hull is heavy, deep, and confidence-inspiring, built to handle real offshore conditions without drama. For a solo liveaboard, that kind of predictability matters. You want a boat that behaves the same way every day, whether you're leaving a marina, running overnight, or sitting at anchor for weeks at a time. Inside, the Nordhavn 40 feels like a small but extremely efficient floating home. The layout favors practicality over openness, which actually works better when you're living alone. Storage is everywhere, tankage is generous, and the spaces are designed to be used daily, not just looked at. The galley is secure and functional underway, and the salon stays comfortable in a wide range of conditions. One of the biggest advantages for a solo owner is the engine room. Access is excellent, systems are clearly laid out, and routine maintenance feels manageable rather than intimidating. Underway, this boat rewards patience. It's happiest at displacement speeds, quietly covering miles while burning very little fuel for its size. You're not in a hurry on a Nordhavn 40, and that mindset fits solo cruising perfectly. Handling is predictable, and many owners report feeling comfortable running the boat alone for long passages. This is not a cheap boat to buy or maintain, but it delivers something rare: confidence. For a solo liveaboard who values independence, safety, and long-term durability, the Nordhavn 40 feels less like a boat and more like a trusted partner. The Kadey-Krogen 39 approaches solo liveaboard life from a slightly different angle, focusing more on day-to-day comfort while still delivering serious cruising capability. Where the Nordhavn feels rugged and purposeful, the Krogen feels warm and welcoming. It's a boat that encourages settling in, getting comfortable, and staying a while. For someone living aboard alone, that emotional comfort matters just as much as specs and numbers. The interior layout is one of the strongest points of the 39. The spaces flow naturally, making the boat feel larger than it is without becoming hard to manage. The salon is bright and comfortable, the galley is genuinely usable, and the stateroom offers privacy and storage that supports full-time living. You can tell this boat was designed with long-term owners in mind. Storage solutions are smart, and nothing feels wasted. Systems are accessible enough for an owner who wants to learn and stay involved without feeling overwhelmed. From a handling perspective, the Kadey-Krogen 39 is very solo-friendly. It tracks well, behaves predictably at low speeds, and doesn't require constant correction. At displacement speeds, fuel efficiency is excellent, which takes pressure off your cruising budget and allows for longer, more relaxed trips. This is a boat that shines on coastal routes, the Great Loop, and extended cruising where comfort and consistency matter more than speed. Maintenance-wise, the Krogen tends to be approachable. It's complex enough to be capable, but not so overbuilt that every task feels like a project. Many solo owners choose this model specifically because it strikes a balance between seriousness and livability. It doesn't demand that you be a full-time mechanic, but it rewards owners who pay attention. For solo liveaboards who want a boat that feels like home first and a cruiser second, the Kadey-Krogen 39 is an exceptionally well-rounded choice. The Mainship 390 trawler is a favorite among solo liveaboards because it delivers real space without becoming intimidating to operate alone. It sits in a sweet spot where the boat feels substantial, but still manageable day to day. For someone living aboard solo, that balance is critical. You get enough room to spread out, stay organized, and live comfortably without constantly feeling like you're behind on maintenance or dock work. Inside, the 390 offers an open, bright layout that makes long-term living easier on the mind. Large windows bring in natural light, which helps the space feel less confined when you're spending a lot of time aboard. The salon and galley flow together in a way that feels natural for daily routines. Storage is decent throughout, and while it's not endless, it's usually enough for a solo owner who packs thoughtfully. The stateroom provides good privacy and separation from the living area, which matters more than most people expect once the boat becomes home. From an operating standpoint, the Mainship 390 is approachable. Many are equipped with twin diesels, which give redundancy and better control around docks. Handling is predictable, and the boat responds well at slow speeds. At trawler speeds, fuel burn is reasonable, making it suitable for longer trips without constant refueling. Maintenance is generally straightforward, and parts availability is one of the model's strengths. This is not a boat that demands perfection, but it does reward consistent care. For a solo liveaboard who wants comfort, usability, and a boat that doesn't feel overly specialized, the Mainship 390 remains one of the most practical choices out there. The Grand Banks 36 Classic is often chosen by solo liveaboards who value character, simplicity, and proven design. There's a timeless quality to this boat that goes beyond appearance. It was built during an era when cruising boats were designed to move slowly, last a long time, and feel comfortable doing it. For someone living aboard alone, that philosophy fits perfectly. The interior has a warm, traditional feel that makes it easy to settle in. Teak cabinetry, sensible layouts, and well-defined spaces give the boat a cozy, home-like atmosphere. While the 36 Classic isn't large by modern standards, it uses its space efficiently. Storage is thoughtfully integrated, and the boat never feels like it's trying to be something it's not. Everything has a purpose. The galley works well for daily use, and the salon offers a comfortable place to spend long evenings aboard. Handling is one of the strongest points for solo owners. The boat is predictable, forgiving, and happiest at displacement speeds. Fuel efficiency is excellent for its size, which keeps running costs manageable. Systems are generally simple, making it easier for an owner to understand and maintain them over time. This is a boat that encourages hands-on ownership rather than outsourcing every task. For solo liveaboards who appreciate tradition, quiet cruising, and a boat that feels settled and dependable, the Grand Banks 36 Classic continues to be a deeply satisfying long-term companion. The Marine Trader 40 double cabin has quietly earned its reputation as one of the most practical and forgiving liveaboard trawlers ever built, especially for solo owners. This is not a boat that tries to impress with speed, styling, or modern flash. Instead, it focuses on the fundamentals that actually matter when a boat becomes your full-time home. Comfort, simplicity, efficiency, and durability are where it shines, and those qualities are exactly what make it so appealing for someone living aboard alone. One of the first things solo owners appreciate is the layout. The double cabin design provides excellent separation between living spaces, which helps the boat feel organized and livable over the long term. The aft cabin offers real privacy and enough room to move around comfortably, while the forward areas remain dedicated to daily life. The salon is functional and welcoming, with seating that works for real use, not just occasional guests. The galley is straightforward and practical, designed for cooking actual meals instead of just reheating leftovers. Storage is abundant throughout the boat, which becomes increasingly important the longer you live aboard. From an operational standpoint, the Marine Trader 40 is extremely solo-friendly. Many were built with single, naturally aspirated diesel engines that are slow-turning, reliable, and economical. At displacement speeds, fuel consumption is modest, allowing long stretches of cruising without constant concern about refueling. The hull design favors stability and predictability, which reduces fatigue for a solo operator. Docking and slow-speed maneuvering are manageable, especially once you learn the boat's habits. This is a vessel that rewards calm, deliberate handling rather than aggressive operation. Maintenance is another area where the Marine Trader 40 stands out. Systems are generally simple and accessible, reflecting the era in which these boats were built. There's no excessive automation or overly complex electronics to manage. For a solo liveaboard who plans to do much of their own upkeep, this is a huge advantage. Engine rooms are typically straightforward, with enough space to work without contorting yourself into impossible positions. Parts availability for common engines remains good, and many issues can be handled with basic tools and patience. Living aboard full-time also means spending a lot of time at anchor or tied to a dock, and the Marine Trader 40 handles both situations well. The boat has a settled, comfortable feel that makes it pleasant to be aboard for long stretches. Motion at anchor is usually gentle, and the boat doesn't feel twitchy or restless. Systems like water, electrical, and fuel capacity are generally adequate for extended stays, especially when combined with conservative habits. Many owners have comfortably lived aboard these boats for years, which speaks volumes about the design. This is not a boat for someone chasing performance or luxury. It's for someone who values reliability, predictability, and a manageable pace of life on the water. For solo liveaboards who want a trawler that feels like a steady, dependable home rather than a constant project, the Marine Trader 40 Double Cabin remains one of the smartest and most proven choices available. Living aboard by yourself changes your relationship with a boat in a big way. It stops being a hobby and starts becoming your home, your transportation, and your responsibility all at once. That's why choosing the right trawler matters so much. The boats we've talked about here all share a few important traits. They're manageable for one person, efficient enough to cruise without stress, and laid out in a way that supports real, everyday living. None of them are perfect, but they're honest boats that reward patience and consistency rather than constant upgrades or speed. If you're considering solo liveaboard life, the smartest move you can make is to focus less on the name on the hull and more on how the boat fits your routine. Think about dock work, maintenance access, storage, and how the space will feel after a few months aboard. Get a good survey, budget realistically, and don't rush the decision. The right trawler will feel calm, predictable, and comfortable from the start. When you find that boat, life on the water stops feeling complicated and starts feeling exactly the way it should.